I I think just the fact, as Mr. Jabate was saying, the fact that we're convening in this way, that goes to show that something is happening, that we have started something. We can agree or disagree on whether we're going quickly, whether we're going too slowly. I think it really depends on the issue that we're discussing and the complexity of it, but also the stakes. So when we discuss reparations, for example, that suffered harm during their lifetime in a manner in which they can enjoy the reparations that has been given to them, whether it's through the form of compensation, or whether it's acknowledgement or other forms of satisfaction, right? So yes, we acknowledge that, whilst at the same time giving as much detail as possible as to all the efforts that are going on, right? I'm sitting next to Commissioner Mane from the Reparations Commission, and I'm sure he can even give even more detail about what is happening on reparations. So there, you acknowledge, yes, that it can go faster, it should go faster, yet at the same time, when we have these dialogues and we start laying down all the steps and everything that's happening, we tend to find that people go, oh, okay, wait, maybe that's not so slow then, you know? Especially when you throw in South Africa's experience there, where the financial resources have been available, but it's been 30 years. And they have received very little reparations, none really in the past 25 years or so. So the best conversations are conversations that are nuanced, that aren't black or white. And I started looking a little bit at the stories here, and I think you've tried to present that. That when you talk about complex issues such as transitional justice, the TRRC and the recommendations of the Truth Commission are literally one aspect of transitional justice. We've had the JANA Commission, which has looked at another aspect of transitional justice, the socioeconomic aspects. We're having security sector reform, we're having some sort of legislative reforms as well. So it's really a huge monster, and it's going to be extremely difficult to just categorize it as a success, a failure, slow, fast, you know, it has to be a nuanced approach to it. And what we tend to do, this is just by virtue of being human beings, is we simplify in our minds, you know. The moment something seems very complicated and nuanced in that sense, it's just easier to just simplify it. But I think that is the difficult work that you have to do as investigative journalists, to always bring forward, you know, the complexities, irrespective of how tedious it is, irrespective of how much more and more so people want to just read something for 20 seconds, you know, the click, you know, no, you can't TikTokanize transitional justice in the Gambia. It's just not possible. But for certain, to go back to your question, I would just say that we have definitely started by virtue of being in this room. There's definitely something happening. We can discuss further how well, how slow, how fast, where to prioritize, what to sequence, but I think we can all agree that something has started.